Thanks for joining our community. Let's get you started and get you situated. So once you've joined from Twitter, you want to go over to the verify section just so you can verify yourself with our server. The next thing you want to do is click the get access option, and then you're going to want to choose any one of the exchanges we use. Bybit is an example of one of the exchanges we work with. You're going to want to create a username and a password. Once you punch in this information, you want to go back over to Discord and click on the form. Once you click on the form, you're going to put in some basic information such as your email address, which exchange you signed up with. You're going to look for your UID. You can find this under your username. Then you're going to put your Discord name. Make sure it's your actual Discord name and not your nickname. Put that inside. Verify that you've deposited at least $100. And then within 24 hours, you're going to have VIP access. Officially going to be a VIP member, there's going to be certain channels that you have access to. And I think this is going to be the coolest part, whether you're here just for calls and trade setups, or you're here to deepen your education, or maybe you want to have camaraderie and you want to hang out with like minds. I'm going to show you those channels here now. So let's go back over to Discord. You've already gained access. One thing you want to do if you want to follow a specific trader, you want to go over to the get notifications section. This is where you can get notifications for their corners. So any corner that they may have, where they're giving their setups, their calls, what have you, this is where you want to select. You just click on the emoji that associated to that trader, and you'll be able to get notifications once they post inside their corner. We do offer different types of challenges. Chento is one that's running one basically every single week. You can see all of his calls that are in here. You can see how his progress has been going throughout the entire time. You can see everything about his setups, from what he's thinking all the way to when he's going to be exiting, when he's going to be entering, you name it. This is where you're going to want to see it. He runs a challenge anywhere from 100 to 1K to 1K to 10K, and some even beyond that. Now, it's important to know that if you do decide to participate in any one of the challenges, you don't need to have the exact same portfolio as that trader that's utilizing it. Mainly, you're following that trader in that challenge because you resonate with their setups, you resonate with how they're thinking and looking at the market, or maybe you just like them altogether and you want to participate with them. But it's important to know that in order to participate in the challenge, one, it's free. So as long as you made your deposits, things of that nature to the exchange, then you're good to go. You don't have to use the exact same amount that they're using or risk the same amount. Everyone's risk tolerance is going to be different, but keeping this in mind, we are here to grow our portfolios. We are not here to gamble. So that's important when you are selecting which trader you want to go with. Now let's get back into the challenges. There are other traders like Killa. He's a phenomenal trader. He's running currently a challenge from 2K to 20K. You can see all of his ideas, his setups, his entry points, his stop loss, and his TPs. He goes a little bit deeper dive into it, where he shares a lot of this within the VIP channels. But once you get familiar with his style and his setup, you'll be able to see what he's doing and understand why he's taking those calls. I myself, Crypto Saint, I'm also running a challenge 1K to 10K, very similar to Chento and Killa. You'll see my entry point and my stop loss, and then TPs are usually going to be predetermined based on where the market is at that time. So there are other traders as well. Rebel is a newer member that has recently joined us. He's going to be kicking off his challenge here momentarily. And then Valo, some of you guys know Valo, he's going to be running a challenge as well. Now let's get into, let's say maybe you want to have a little bit of camaraderie, and maybe you're here just to learn and you want to deepen your education as far as being part of this Discord community. I'll share that with you now. Like I said, there are several different corners. Remember, we said before, you want to go to get notified when these traders post inside their corner. These are the corners. It's also known as Scalp X Traders Den. Killa, as I mentioned before, he does a phenomenal job every single week giving a market update regarding BTC, ETH, and even alts. And you can see his videos here. And he goes into a deep dive as far as what they're about, and you can follow along and see what his thought process is with those. I myself, Crypto Saint, I drop different ideas and setups on here. There's different videos that you can follow as well too. Let's get over to the videos. These are some videos that are welcoming to the class. We do classes every single Tuesday, at least I do. You can also see deep dive videos, more long form right over here in that sense. So there's different types of content for you to soak in and process in the sense of following different traders. Blasto is another one of our traders, a phenomenal trader as well. He's also giving setups in regards to entry points, stop loss, and various different coins that are out there. You can see his progress and go back and see how he's progressed on different coins. So what I'm getting at is essentially is that you don't have just one trader that you want to follow, whether it be Chento, Killa, myself, or Blasto. We have an entire list here, as you can see, from Blasto, Nick Scalps. We have some newer traders, Kamaz here, Rebel, Mitchell, as you know, Chento is here, and then Blocks is also here as well too. So you have a various amount of different traders that you can follow and pick which one works best for you. Now let's talk a little bit about in the sense of education. Let's say that you are here for education. We do offer free education every single week. I host a Tuesday class every single week based on the ideas and things that you guys want to learn about. Killa also provides a class every Friday, which is a stream. Usually those classes and streams are going to last about 1 hour to 2 hours. It's just contingent on the time that that trader has. My class is usually about 60 minutes. And if you are curious as to how to get access to any of those classes, you want to come over to the events page and you can find all that information right over here. Now, next thing I just want to touch on is in the event that you're here for camaraderie and you just want to hang out with people and you just kind of shoot the stuff with them. General chat is going to be a great area for you to pop into. This is where, whether you're a VIP member or you're a green member, which is non-VIP, this is where everyone's just coming along, sharing memes, sharing ideas, jokes, progress, discussing different and various things on Twitter, you name it. I like to consider this like the watering hole for us. If you want to flex some of your profits as you've taken some calls, this is going to be the section for you to do it. It's inside of our profit showcase area. Now that we've touched on some of those basic things, I want to highlight the VIP benefits, if you will, because once you have that VIP status, then you're going to be able to dive into a little bit more private discussions, and you're going to find that right over here inside the VIP section. We have some what's called OG chat, people that have been with us for some time, but even if you haven't been with us for some time, once you have that VIP role, you'll have access to this channel. And inside this channel, there's plenty of discussions going on, a little bit more intimate and in detail, at least for myself, where I'm discussing setups and giving feedback on different plays. Coupled with that, there's going to be another section here, very similar to OG chat, but maybe newer comers that don't know all the OGs, but they are VIP and they don't want to hang out inside of the general chat just because there's a lot of noise. Inside the Traders Hub, there's a little bit more peace and quiet, for lack of better terminology, inside this section. So Traders Hub is going to be a great section as well too. Keep in mind, we do have a challenge, a tournament coming up here on the 11th. So once you have VIP status and you have a balance of roughly $250 inside of that futures account, then you can participate inside the tournament. Be sure to look for those announcements and those calls for that if you plan on participating. Coupled with the VIP roles, you get access to journals. And I think this is important for any trader that's out there, because if they want to excel their game and they're participating in education, they're participating in the education aspect, they want to grow their education altogether, they have to measure their progress. So the journals are going to be a great area for you to start documenting what your progress looks like. And you can see everybody that's in here, they're just posting their setups, you name it, their ideas, what they're charting, and other people can hop along. People can run their own little challenges on their own, you name it. Again, once you have VIP status, if there's a trader that you just have a liking to, maybe they don't have a corner just yet, you can follow them here, right? You can see what their setups look like. Some of our OGs, again, people that have been with us for some time, they've gone through our education process, and we had an education course running for about 12 months. They went through that full gamut of that education. You can see some of those setups here. Ryan is one of our older students, and He does a phenomenal job of posting different setups on various different alts, from ORDI to OP to DYDX to DOT. You can see it here. So again, you don't have to limit yourself just to following a specific trader's corner. We have thousands and thousands of members inside of Scalp X sharing their ideas, sharing their thought process. And so you don't have to just stick to one. You can find the one that you gravitate towards and just kind of get their mind from there. Totally free to do that. So last thing I'll leave you guys with is in the event when we do our streams or any content, you're going to find it inside of the VC channels. Mainly the VC channel that a lot of us hang out in is going to be the free trades and education. So if you're here for the education pieces on Tuesdays or Fridays, this is where you're going to want to set this up. I don't know how you set up your Discord, but if you right click these options, you can set them to favorites so they pop up at the very top. This way you don't have to scroll through all this stuff here. If you find a particular trader that you want to follow and just mainly want that to be the first corner you see when you come into your Discord, you can go ahead and select it as your favorite. So there's many different ways to set up your Discord for yourself. And that's it. You now have full access to Scalp X Discord. Welcome. So glad that you're here.